great way for a lot of people to understand what regenerative agriculture means is to start to wrap their head around the 6 principles of regenerative agriculture. So that includes having a living root or growing green plant in the ground, in the soil, as long as possible throughout the year so that it is photosynthesizing and creating root exudates and carbon. 2 is, if you can't have a living root, that you have the ground covered so that there's no bare soil that is being damaged by solar radiation, increased temperatures, desiccation. 3 would be to minimize soil disturbance so that you're not breaking open soil aggregates and reducing organic matter in the soil and reducing mycorrhizal networks and destroying soil structure. The 4th principle would be diversity, having a large amount of diversity on farm. The 5th principle would be incorporating animals into the system to help with nutrient cycling. And finally, the 6th principle is context, is understanding the context, the social, political, economic context of your farm and your bioregion, and how you can make these principles fit into your farming system. So with this cover crop that we help to plant using our no-till seed drill out at Covering Ground Farm, we are meeting at least 4 of those principles. Well, I would say 5 as well. We are keeping a living root in the system throughout the winter when this was not growing crops, and this is actually a rather mature cover crop. We're able to keep this cover crop longer into the season. You can see that there's a lot of diversity out here. You can see that the soil is covered, and we're going to minimize disturbance by terminating this cover crop through roller crimping rather than through tillage. And that's not only going to reduce the disturbance, but it's going to cover the soil. This cover crop is going to become a mat of mulch that is going to help cover that soil and protect it from the sun, keep moisture and biological activity going for longer in the season. And the reason we can do that is because our context here is that we are planting into a no-till pumpkin patch. And that is going to create a nice base for those pumpkins to grow on where they're actually above the soil, and there's not going to be issues with having residue on the field that would be an issue with other crops.